And so this is going to be actually on our inside here. I'm going to do the same exact thing with our next chicken. Going to go ahead and cut. I'm going to flavor the inside of the chicken. A little bit of spices.
Bam! Burton likes flavor!
Going to go ahead and fold this over so we now can push down and we have honey spiced chicken, but we're not done. So we have our buttermilk. Going to go right into our flour mixture. This has a little bit of cornstarch in it and also, of course, seasoning. And we're going to go right into some hot oil, guys. Let it sit for just a little bit, let it dangle, and let it drop.
Like it's hot!
Time to get the big bad chicken out. I'm gonna call it honey chicken, big bad honey chicken. I'll place this here, let it rest for a minute. Corn, you're up. What is happening today? Well, we are making corn waffles. First, waffle iron. Second, corn, but we're not finished yet. Then I'm gonna pour in the waffle batter. I'm gonna go in on all the sides. And then finish up here. Okay, let's check out. Oh, we got corn waffles. And if you're ever trying to lose weight, you can eat honey on an empty stomach and it creates enzymes that actually help you break down fat. Okay, gonna take our freshly fried chicken, fills up the entire waffle. They're looking good. So we have corn, chicken, and waffle. Okay, now I have this last one here. I'm gonna go ahead and bring over some orange juice. I'm gonna take 3 of my bacon straws. So you just discovered how to make chicken breast with honey on the inside, but now it's time to discover actually how honey is made. Hope you're ready. All right, guys, so we are in the north of France, and it's all about bees and honey today. We're here with Antoine. He's gonna be taking us through the entire process.
Honey, I'm home! Time to gear up!
All right, guys, so very excited, but very scared to be showing you all about bees and honey today. Antoine, what are we doing?
We call these the honey supers. This is above the hive body, and this is where the bees store the honey, and this is what we'll collect. At the moment, we're using canola flowers, which produce a very sweet honey.
What's the reason for the smoke?
We'll smoke them a bit so the bees don't get irritated. It calms them down, and they react as if there was a fire. If they were in a fire, they'd say, oh well, we best stick together, and they'll avoid leaving the hive.
How many bees are in each?
In a hive, between 60 and 80,000 bees. We'll lift up the second super, so this is where they store the honey, and once the honey reaches a good humidity, they create a thin film of wax to conserve the honey. When we collect the honey, we'll remove this thin film of wax, and then we'll put it in an extractor that turns, and through the centrifugal force, the honey is extracted. Now we'll remove the supers. It's quite heavy.
Am I gonna get bit?
Bees don't bite, Burton!
We'll put that there.
Okay. I feel like I'm in a horror movie right now.
Here we have a queen excluder that we place between the brood chamber and the supers. This is so that the queen who's in the brood chamber doesn't come out. We spread out the frames so that they don't touch and crush the bees.
And you're not afraid to get bit?
Every day I get stung, I'm not gonna lie. Some hives are a bit meaner than others. And here we can see the queen directly, the white queen. We put the queen in this clip so that we don't kill her, because it's the queen that lays the eggs. Without the queen, the hive won't grow. With pheromones, the queen produces odors. The bees are trying to free her.
God save the queen!
You can see she has a white spot, and that she's much bigger. A queen bee lives for 5 years, while a normal bee lives for about 45 days. It's because she eats royal jelly. The queen can often be found in the middle of the hive. This is where she lays the eggs. On the sides, it's mainly just honey, so the frames fill up. You can feel the weight if you'd like. You'll see it's quite heavy.
Wow, that's crazy.
This is a new frame. There's a sheet of wax that the bees spread over. They have their heads in the honeycomb. They've just put some nectar in. Here, the queen will start laying the eggs in the middle. The queen never goes out to forage. Her role is to lay eggs. A queen lays between 2,000 to 3,000 eggs a day. In a frame, there are around 7,000 cells. It's impressive. Here, I'll show you a bit of what goes on. What we see here is the brood, the future bees that will be born. You can see there are larvae, and here you can see the pollen. This is canola pollen. After they land on the flowers, the bees come back with pollen stuck in their legs. They store the pollen here in the hive. The pollen feeds the larvae, which will later turn into bees. And we'll put back the queen excluder. We have a connected hive over there. There are 4 sensors that give us information of the weight of the hive. There's a box that's connected to our smartphone. We have an app that sends us all the data on the hive. We can see the weight of the hive, the temperature inside, and how much honey is produced in a day. Once that starts to drop, we'll intervene because it's time to harvest.
Oh, yeah, baby!
And it's clear.
Canola honey is very clear. A few days after collecting it, it'll harden and turn completely white. We can see all the nectar. This is what we'll put in a pot. It's very sweet.
Yeah, but very good.
All right, guys, so you saw all about the bees and you got to see this thing. So if you like this, you love honey, this is how we get to it. So make sure to share, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next time on How To.